Hello, hello, I'm Jennifer Waldman with Utterly Simple Designs. Thanks for coming back if you've already been with us for the first two blocks, and thanks for joining us if this is your first time. We are doing a block-a-month quilt called Pennsylvania Patchwork, and this is what it looks like. We are on block number 3. However, if you missed the first two videos, certainly you can go to our website at utterlysimple.com. And the written instructions are there along with the fabric requirements and the size of the quilt and all that jazz. Or you can just watch the other two videos if you prefer to do that. Okay, let's get to it. So here we are, March already, and we are doing block number 3. It's called Hourglass, and just like the other two blocks, it is a 12.5 inch unfinished block. So your 3 fabrics will be magenta, black, and blue. From the magenta, you will cut 4 3.5 inch squares. From your black fabric, you will cut 1 6 7/8 inch square. And from your blue fabric, you will cut 1 6 7/8 inch square and 4 3.5 inch squares. Okay, so to start with, we will do the half square triangle. There's 2 half square triangles, 1, 2. So we need our 2 blocks, black and blue, 6 7/8 inch squares. And we will put right sides together, and we will draw a line diagonally, corner to corner. And then we will sew a 1/4 inch on either side of that line. And I'm gonna go do this and I will be right back. Okay, I've just sewn my 2 lines on either side of my marked line. And now I'm gonna cut on my marked line. Okay. And that gives us 2 half square triangles. To lay this out, we're going to put our squares together like that. We're going to need our 4 magenta and 4 blue squares, 3.5 inch squares. And we are going to lay it out like so. And then we will sew together row by row, starting with these 4 patches. I think the easiest thing to do here is to sew our 4 patches, and then we'll sew our 4 patches to our half square triangle. Then we'll have 2 units, and then we'll sew those 2 units together. So let me take this to the machine and sew my 4 patches first. We'll come back and look at it, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, just in case there's any beginners out there, I just wanted to show you that when you sew a 4 patch, you sew row by row, and then you sew your rows together. And I've ironed my seam toward the magenta side. I was going to say ruby, toward the magenta side. So when we put these together, these seams nest. You can they almost click in, I want to say. Okay? And then after we sew that seam, you'll see that the 4 corners will meet perfectly. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that, and now I'm going to come back with both 4 patches complete. Okay, here we are back with our 4 patches sewn, and I noticed I didn't clip my little dog ears here, so I'm going to do that before I go ahead and sew my rows together. Now, if you can see, now these become our rows, like this, or this, however you want to do it, but we're going to sew our 4 patch now to our half square triangle. like that. And oh, I didn't iron that good. I'll iron that better. And that. And then we're gonna sew our 1/4 inch seam down there, and then I'll come back again and we'll look at that. Now we have 2 units. I've sewn my 4 patch to my half square triangles in rows. And now we're going to sew right sides together. I'm going to sew these 2 units together, and then we'll have our block done. Just want to point out that I've ironed my seam allowance toward the half square triangles. See? And that is so when we go to sew this, these seams again will nest together, and it will lie flatter, and it will make it so that all of the different colors, all the corners coming together will just meet perfectly right there, and all of our corners and points will be nice and neat. So I'm going to go sew my 1/4 inch seam, and I'll be right back. Here's the complete block. I've sewn both units together, and there you have it, the hourglass block, unfinished, 12.5 inches. Okay, my quilting buddies, that's 3 blocks complete. Only 6 more to go. We'll get there. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you would like to have the written instructions for the 3 blocks that we've completed so far, you could go to our website, utterlysimple.com, and we have a page called Block a Month. And if you go there, you will see all the instructions and all the information that you need to complete the first 3 blocks. And like the fabric requirements, the quilt size, all that stuff. From our website page, you could get to our Facebook page. And if you friend us, then you could post some photos of your completed blocks. We would love to see your color choices, hear what inspired your color choices. We were inspired by Amish quilts for our color choices for this quilt. Yeah, so we'll see you back next month for block number 4. I'm not sure which sister's going to step up and do the video, but whoever it is will be happy to be there for you. So long for now, and keep quilting utterly simple.